Silvius was a legendary king in early Roman tradition and one of the earliest ancestors of the royal dynasty that eventually led to the founding of Rome. According to Roman mythology, he was the son of the Trojan hero Aeneas and played a crucial role in preserving the Trojan royal line after his father's settlement in Italy. Although Silvius is not as widely known as Aeneas or Romulus, ancient Roman historians regarded him as an essential figure whose descendants ruled Alba Longa for generations and ultimately produced Romulus and Remus, the legendary founders of Rome. Ancient sources offer slightly different accounts of Silvius's birth. The most common tradition states that he was born after Aeneas had settled in Italy and married Lavinia, the daughter of King Latinus. According to legend, Lavinia feared that Ascanius, Aeneas's older son, might see the newborn child as a rival for power. To protect the infant, she gave birth in the forests surrounding the settlement. Because he was born among the woods, the child received the name Silvius, derived from the Latin word silva, meaning forest. This unusual birth gave rise to a name that would become closely associated with the royal family of Alba Longa. After the deaths of Aeneas and Ascanius, Silvius became an important member of the Trojan royal house. While Ascanius is traditionally credited with founding Alba Longa, Silvius continued the dynasty and became one of its earliest kings. Under his rule, the kingdom maintained the political and cultural traditions established by Aeneas while strengthening its influence throughout the surrounding region. Roman writers described this period as one of gradual growth, during which the descendants of the Trojans blended with the native peoples of central Italy, laying the foundations for the civilization that would later become Rome. Silvius's greatest historical importance lies in the dynasty that bore his name. Nearly every king of Alba Longa after him adopted Silvius as part of his royal title, regardless of his personal name. This practice emphasized continuity within the royal family and honored the ancestor from whom they claimed descent. Among these rulers were legendary kings such as Aeneas Silvius, Latinus Silvius, Alba, Capys, Capitus, Tiberinus, Agrippa, Romulus Silvius, Aventinus, Procca, Numitor, and Amulius. Through this long royal succession, Silvius became the direct ancestor of Rhea Silvia, the mother of Romulus and Remus, linking him permanently to the foundation story of Rome. The dynasty established by Silvius was believed to have ruled Alba Longa for several centuries. Although the reigns and dates of these kings belong to mythology rather than verified history, Roman historians considered them an essential bridge between the fall of Troy and the rise of Rome. Their stories filled the legendary gap between Aeneas and Romulus, creating an unbroken line of rulers that connected the Romans with both Trojan and Latin heritage. This royal genealogy strengthened Rome's claim to an ancient and noble origin that reached back to the heroes of the Trojan War. Silvius also represented the peaceful transition from wandering refugees to an established kingdom. While Aeneas was remembered as the heroic survivor who brought the Trojans safely to Italy, Silvius symbolized stability, continuity, and the growth of a permanent royal state. His reign reflected the gradual transformation of a displaced people into a settled civilization capable of passing its traditions from one generation to the next. For Roman audiences, this continuity demonstrated that Rome's greatness had been carefully prepared over many generations rather than appearing suddenly with the founding of the city. Although modern historians regard Silvius as a legendary rather than historical figure, his place in Roman mythology remained highly significant throughout antiquity. He served as the connecting link between Aeneas and the later kings of Alba Longa, ensuring that the Trojan royal bloodline continued until the birth of Romulus and Remus. Through his descendants, Silvius became one of the principal ancestors of the Roman people, and his name endured as a lasting symbol of dynastic continuity, royal legitimacy, and the legendary origins of one of history's greatest civilizations.